and I feel this sort of grief come up out of me. And just like everybody's silent, I think that Gwendolyn is sobbing and Robyn's trying to console her. This grief comes out of me and I wailed. And that's when I first, I think, became really aware that this situation has gone down, and it's sort of unreconcilable. I just don't know what to do. I'm lost.
Once hailed as the face of plural marriage, Kody Brown's once mighty kingdom is now little more than smoke and mirrors. The spiritual bonds he championed have frayed beyond repair. His once devoted wives are now his fiercest critics. And the children he raised under his patriarchal ideals, they're pulling away, one by one. This isn't just a family breakup. This is a total collapse of a belief system, built on control, favoritism, and emotional manipulation. So, what really happened behind closed doors? Let's take a deep dive into the downfall of the Brown family empire. Kody Brown didn't just want to be the husband of multiple women. He wanted to be the unquestioned center of their lives. For years, TLC viewers watched as he orchestrated a carefully curated image of unity, love, and spiritual strength. But behind the cameras, Kody's world was already cracking. The red flags were always there. His constant need for authority, the way he dismissed dissent, the uneven emotional labor his wives carried. It wasn't just unhealthy, it was unsustainable. The illusion of control only lasted as long as the women around him remained compliant. And once they started questioning his leadership, the entire structure began to wobble. Christine Brown's decision to leave wasn't just a personal liberation. It was the spark that set the whole empire ablaze. For years, Christine played the role she was given, smiling, nurturing, holding it all together. But the emotional neglect became too loud to ignore. She finally broke the silence in a seismic moment that sent shockwaves through the family. Her words were clear and powerful. "I don't want to be married to Kody anymore." Her departure exposed the fragility of Kody's structure. She wasn't rebellious. She was exhausted. She was no longer willing to be sidelined, while Kody lavished attention on his favorite wife, Robyn. And when Christine left, she gave the other wives something they hadn't had in years: permission to want more. Janelle had always been Kody's quiet soldier, the one who played by the rules, kept the peace, and carried her own weight. But even soldiers have breaking points. What pushed Janelle over the edge wasn't just Kody's obsession with control, it was his blatant favoritism. While Robyn lived in comfort and privilege, Janelle struggled for basic respect. During COVID, Kody's hypocrisy was undeniable. He imposed strict rules that tore the family apart, yet conveniently made exceptions when it came to Robyn and her kids. The real heartbreak? Janelle didn't just lose a husband. She lost the dream. The dream that this plural family could work if they just tried hard enough. But the more she tried, the more invisible she became. If there's one figure who embodies the emotional devastation Kody's leadership caused, it's Meri. She was the first wife, the woman who started it all. But as the years passed, she was slowly, cruelly pushed to the margins. Her emotional needs were minimized. Her pain was met with indifference. And when she tried to connect, whether through therapy, reconciliation, or even small acts of love, Kody met her with rejection. Let's not forget, he publicly said he had no romantic feelings for her, that their marriage was dead, and yet he didn't release her. He kept her emotionally tethered to a dead relationship, reinforcing her unworthiness and controlling the narrative. Meri stayed longer than anyone expected. But when she left, it wasn't dramatic, it was mournful. A woman walking away from decades of silence suffering. Now let's talk about Robyn, the so-called favorite wife. Was she Kody's chosen one? Or was she just the most willing participant in his fantasy? From the moment she entered the family, dynamics shifted. Kody became visibly more affectionate, more engaged, more present with her. The other wives noticed. The audience noticed. And most importantly, the children noticed. Robyn often claimed she wanted sisterhood, unity, and fairness. But did her actions match her words? While the other wives were forced to navigate emotional drought, Robyn thrived in Kody's sunshine. Whether consciously or not, she became complicit in a system that elevated her by diminishing others. And now, with all the other wives gone, she's left with the very thing she claimed to fear, I
have in these 3 days was actually being at the funeral home with Janelle. I didn't know what to say to any
monogamous marriage with Kody Brown. The collapse isn't just about Kody and his wives, it's about the children too, and they're no longer staying silent. Gabriel, Garrison, Peden, and others have publicly spoken out. They've shared stories of emotional distance, neglect, and conditional love.
It really was so genuine, and he didn't let on to it a lot, but he always felt a lot deeper than he expressed.
Kody's obsession with loyalty, his definition of loyalty, created a rift between him and his kids, and when those kids didn't fall in line, he pulled away. One of the most gut-wrenching revelations? Kody missed birthdays, he ignored phone calls, he made his love contingent on obedience. These aren't rebellious teens. These are young adults who wanted their father's love and got rejection instead. They saw how he prioritized Robyn's kids. They watched as he lectured instead of listened. And now they're reclaiming their stories. Kody Brown's empire wasn't just about plural marriage. It was about patriarchy. He built a system where his word was law, where his wives were expected to yield, where his authority went unquestioned. But when you strip away the religious justification, what's left is a power structure rooted in inequality. And here's the truth. Patriarchy only works when the people under it believe in it. Christine stopped believing. Janelle stopped believing. Even Meri, the most devoted, stopped believing. Kody didn't just lose his family. He lost control of the narrative. The women are telling their own stories now, and they're not flattering. They're raw, painful, and real. As the emotional empire crumbles, so does the financial one. Multiple sources have pointed to financial strain within the Brown family. Property disputes. Questions about income distribution. Kody's fixation on building his dream home in Coyote Pass became symbolic of his delusion, pouring money and dreams into a future that no one else believed in. And now, with public support dwindling and family bonds shattered, Kody is facing a new kind of scrutiny. Viewers are asking the hard questions. Critics are louder. His reputation as the wise patriarch has given way to something far less flattering, a man exposed by the very system he built. In recent episodes, Robyn appears tired, sad, isolated, the dream she clung to, of sister, wives laughing in harmony, children playing in shared backyards, and a husband anchoring them all is gone. In recent episodes, Robyn appears tired, sad, isolated, the dream she clung to, of sister, wives laughing in harmony, children playing in shared backyards, and a husband anchoring them all is gone. Now, she lives in a massive house with a man whose empire has turned to ash. No sister wives. No unity, just silence. Some might argue she got what she wanted, a monogamous marriage. But this doesn't feel like victory. It feels like loneliness, like a woman realizing that loyalty to a broken system doesn't yield happiness, it yields emptiness. So where does Kody Brown go from here? With 3 wives gone, estranged children, and a damaged public image, there's no easy path forward. His credibility is shattered. His leadership is questioned. And the family he once used as a symbol of spiritual success is now a cautionary tale. He can continue to deflect, blame, and cling to authority. Or, though unlikely, he could face the music, apologize, reflect, rebuild. But knowing Kody, that kind of humility might be too far out of reach. The Brown family isn't just a story about polygamy. It's a story about power, loss, and the human cost of systems built on inequality. Kody's empire didn't collapse overnight. It cracked slowly, under the weight of hurt, silence, and emotional neglect, until there was nothing left but broken dreams. And now the women are rising. The children are speaking. And the audience? We're watching it all unfold, not with shock anymore, but with clarity. This is what the end of control looks like.